World's best fighter jet gets an upgrade for war against China. The U.S. Air Force's Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor stealth fighter has gotten a major upgrade as the iconic warplane nears its third decade of frontline service and retirement. The F-22 is the most powerful and sophisticated fighter in the world, but it has its weaknesses. Keenly aware of the F-22's limitations, especially with regard to range, the Air Force is hastening the twin-engine, single-seat jet to an early demise. At the same time, the flying branch is spending billions of dollars to ensure that once the Raptor bows out, something even better, a radar-evading jet without the F-22's main problems, is ready to take its place. The American Air Arm is betting that the warplane it's designing to supplant the F-22 will be much better suited for that kind of conflict. And it's probably right. Despite its futuristic, hard-to-detect shape and blistering performance, unusually, it can supercruise at twice the speed of sound without igniting its fuel-thirsty afterburners. In its bones, the F-22 is a Cold War jet. Lockheed designed it to battle the Soviet Union from bases in Europe, meaning poor endurance wasn't really an issue. An F-22 can range just 600 miles or so on internal fuel, plenty far enough to fight over Germany and Poland. The problem is, that range doesn't get you very far over the vast Pacific. The Pentagon's closest airbase for war over Taiwan, Kadena in Japan, is 450 miles away. If Kadena gets knocked out by Chinese missiles, the next closest major base, Misawa, also in Japan, is 1,400 miles away. It's not for no reason that, in planning for an air war over Taiwan, USAF officers increasingly disregard the F-22s and other fighters and instead calculate optimal ways for the service's long-range heavy bombers to engage a Chinese invasion force. What we do know is that the Air Force expects the new plane to exceed the F-22's stealth and sensor capabilities and, more importantly, to double its range. The NGAD fighter is a fighter for war with China, much more than the F-22 ever was. The Air Force is already bracing for it. Which is why, years ago, it paid to develop a pair of critical new add-ons that should help keep the Raptor relevant for a few more years. Special underwing fuel tanks, shaped to minimize their radar signature, that could add hundreds of miles to the F-22's range, as well as new pods for highly sensitive infrared sensors that allow an F-22 to detect targets without turning on its radar and potentially giving away its own position. The new tanks and sensor pods first appeared in public on an F-22 in a grainy photo, apparently from an Air Force test range, that circulated last week. The aircraft has a length of 18.9 meters, height of 5.1 meters and wingspan of 13.6 meters. It has a range of more than 1,600 nanometers. The F-22 construction is 39% titanium, 24% composite, 16% aluminium and 1% thermoplastic by weight. Titanium is used for its high strength-to-weight ratio in critical stress areas, including some of the bulkheads, and also for its heat-resistant qualities in the hot sections of the aircraft. Carbon fiber composites have been used for the fuselage frame, the doors, intermediate spars on the wings, and for the honeycomb sandwich construction skin panels. The cockpit is fitted with hands-on throttle and stick control, HOTAS. The cockpit has 6-color liquid crystal displays. The Kaiser Electronics Projection Primary Multifunction Display provides a plan view of the air and ground tactical situation including threat identity, threat priority and tracking information. 2 displays provide communication, navigation, identification and flight information. 3 secondary displays show air and ground threats, stores management and air threat information. A base systems head-up display, HUD, shows target status, weapon envelopes and shoot cues. A video camera records data on the HUD for post-mission analysis. A variant of the M61A2 Vulcan cannon is installed internally above the right air intake. The General Dynamics linkless ammunition handling system holds 480 rounds of 20mm ammunition and feeds the gun at a rate of 100 rounds a second. The F-22 Raptor has 4 hardpoints on the wings, each rated to carry 2,270 kilograms, which can carry AIM-120 AMRAAM or external fuel tanks. The Raptor has 3 internal weapon bays. The main weapons bay can carry 6 AMRAAM AIM-120C missiles or 2 AMRAAM and 2 1,000 pounds GBU-32 Joint Direct Attack Munition, JDAM. The bay is fitted with the Edo Court LAU-142, a AVAL AMRAAM vertical ejection launcher which is a pneumatic ejection system controlled by the store's management system. Raytheon AMRAAM air-to-air missile is an all-weather short to medium-range radar-guided fire and forget missile, with a range of 50 nanometers. The side bays can each be loaded with one Lockheed Martin Raytheon AIM-9M or AIM-9X Sidewinder all-aspect short-range air-to-air missile.